Hey guys, Ethan here, back with another video. I apologize to you all for not having the review of this beautiful case out. I know that was supposed to be out today. I actually have a funny story about that. Everything's always, after me in terms of data, especially after my data failure. But unfortunately, all of the footage that I had for that in terms of B-roll has been corrupted, and I'm not going to release a 20-something minute review, detailed review of a case without any B-roll of just me talking next to the case. I don't like that style. That's not what I want to do. So unfortunately, that video is delayed because I got to go refilm all of the B-roll. That'll take a little while. I don't know exactly what happened. I had all the footage. That wasn't actually something that was lost due to my server crashing, which we talked about. I talked about in a few other videos, actually. But for some reason, it looked like something was wrong, and I'm wondering if something was wrong with my SD card, which I hope isn't the case, but all my other videos seem to look fine that are being filmed in 4K like this one, and that was filmed in 1080p 60, so I'm wondering if the SD card couldn't keep up with the 100 megabit transfer rate, or if it was something else. I'm really not sure what was going on, but unfortunately that's the world that I live in, so I wasn't able to do that. So I wanted to bring you guys something here to talk about a few more upcoming projects, which I know I did a video of vloggy style just like this actually about that on Friday about upcoming projects, but a lot has actually changed over this weekend, so I'll just jump straight into that, show you guys some reviews that I've got coming up and some projects like tutorial stuff that's really cool that I'm really excited about that I have coming up. So I'm just gonna turn it around really quick here. Alright, so going over here, as you can see, something's changed. There's no longer that big Asus Wi-Fi router here. Instead, this is a Google Wi-Fi. So I got the triple pack of Google Wi-Fi, which is, a mesh networking system, and I'm going to be doing a full review of that, including like benchmarks of raw data transfers and stuff like that. Still got to get that set up, so that'll be in the coming weeks. It won't be right away, but definitely I've been really happy with it so far. It's been super reliable. It hasn't had any problems like our old networking equipment did. It's handling insane transfer speeds that I've tested so far in terms of just like transferring to a PC. I actually want to set up something to do full-on like benchmarking of maximum transfer speeds, but I'm also really impressed with the latency, considering this is actually the third one in a chain. This one's going back upstairs and then that one's feeding back to the main one. This is actually the third one, and the latency still seems to be really good, which this is not wired. As you can see, you can set them up to be wired mesh network wise, but I decided to go for just the full wireless and just use my Cat 6 that I have down here for all my local area stuff, which does run all the way back upstairs, but wireless is nice for devices, and this is just, I decided to do all wireless to see how it is, and I'm very impressed actually with the transfer speeds that we've been getting and the latency that I've been getting from that. I'd actually probably be comfortable gaming on it. So that's changed. Another thing that's changed is I recently got my hands on this. It is used. My friend got it for a great deal in terms of PC, which I'll actually go over that a little bit more in just a moment. But this is an Asus Zonar Essence STX2. The name's a little long, but basically it's a high-end sound card that I assume works. I haven't had a chance to test it yet. I'll be installing it in Project Monochrome over there pretty soon. But you guys may be wondering, because a lot of you follow this channel consistently and already know that I have a shit Valhalla 2 over here, which I use set up with my Modi and my wired. And this thing is awesome for listening to music. I love the sound of it, but it has two issues. First off, it's a tube amp. It's not quite as analytical as I would like it to be for doing video editing and the like. I'd rather have something that's a little bit more detailed, and especially using like my Sennheiser HC600s, like they can tell the difference. And the second thing is it doesn't really have enough power to drive most planar magnetic headphones. There are a few out there that is capable of pushing, but most of them it's going to have trouble with. And in those two instances, the best solution is a solid state amp rather than a tube amp, and that's exactly what the Zonar Essence is. There's no tubes, obviously. It's a PCI Express based setup. I also think it looks super sleek. So I'll be using that in the back of Project Monochrome too, and I'll have a wire running outside, of course, but basically I can plug my headphones into there when I'm deciding to do editing, or when I decide to go and want to listen to like planar magnetics and stuff. So now I don't have to buy a new amp before I get planar magnetics. Now I actually managed to pick this up used off a friend of mine for about 60 bucks. Really appreciate it. His name's Calvin. He's been on the channel a few times before, and really appreciate him selling that to me for a good deal. I'm also doing something fun to his computer though to also help pay for it, because this is a $250 sound card. And so if you look over here, this big old PC with a tiny motherboard. This wasn't here when I did my video on Friday, of course. Sorry about the lighting, guys. I don't have any proper lighting set up right now. Now, that's actually Calvin's old system installed in there, which is a 960 with the Asus ITX motherboard, and I think it's only got 8 gigs of RAM installed right now, actually. We kind of swapped parts from a few things. Point is, he actually managed to pick up this PC here in the Corsair 750D for $800. And it included a 4670K, which he's not using because he has a 4790K, so we put that actually in his motherboard. It's a 4690K there. The Corsair AX860i, more on that in just a second. No hard drives, but it did come with a mouse, a keyboard. They're both a Razer Death Adder and a Razer Black Widow, I believe it was. And it came with the H100i liquid cooler over here. That's right, that's why that's sitting there. It came with an Asus motherboard, ROG board. I can't remember which one actually in specific, but it was an ROG board, so higher end, better for overclocking than this, because he hasn't actually ever overclocked his Intel chip. I'm going to be helping him with that. And then it came with a monitor as well. And the big bad monster of this rig, it came with a 1080 Ti, a reference 1080 Ti. So yes, he got all the other components effectively for $50, and you can't even get a hold of a 1080 Ti right now. At the time of filming, they're basically all out of stock. So really good deal on his part, and it also came with that Zoner Essence that I just showed you guys off, so I figured I'd buy that off of him because he doesn't have a need for that. And so that's where that came from. But the reason I'm showing you all this, other than just it's interesting and awesome that he got such a good deal, is this guy right here. So as you can see, these cables, they're not sleeved or anything. I mean, they got the, you know, the stock like heat shrink with the ugly sleeve on them, right? But what I'm actually going to be doing is taking apart all these cables and doing custom sleeving for him. And it'll be a Cloud9 themed build actually. So I'll show you guys that. We're going to be doing some pretty crazy stuff, but the main thing is going to be doing the custom sleeving. So I'm going to be doing a tutorial on doing custom cable sleeving. Really excited for that, guys. It's going to be really fun, and it's the first time I'm doing it. So I told him I'd pay for all the parts and do it for free since it's the first time doing it. It's going to take a while, and then he has an extra power supply right now, and then plus he gave me the better deal on that Zoner Essence. So really appreciate what he did there. So that's pretty much it though, guys. So nothing else really going on in terms of projects. I talked about most of that back on Friday, so nothing super major to update you guys on other than those things there. But I will be doing some benchmarking, which I've been talking about for a while, of my 1950X 16-core pretty soon, and showing you guys that. Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Check out the links in the video description, like our Patreon if you're interested in giving us a monthly contribution that goes straight to the channel, helping us out, doing all kinds of fun projects and stuff, and we really appreciate the following that we have here. And, you know, I made a promise to you guys that I would not be missing any uploads this year, and that's still the plan, so hence why you're seeing this video on Monday instead of a prepared video. I will be getting caught up with some kind of back-end prepared videos soon that I can upload in place of this, so I don't have to do vlogs to fill those spots, but I haven't had a chance to do that yet this year since I've been working on other videos. So anyway, you guys will see that soon, and obviously don't forget to check out the website, which is also linked in the description, because there are pretty consistent articles on there now of all kinds of fun content. But thank you everybody for watching.